Hey mama, I am excited to be going through an actual pregnancy with you. This is my 5th pregnancy, and through these episodes, I'm sharing with you what I'm doing different from my other pregnancies, what I am learning, and more specifically, how I am dealing with my thoughts. Because even with this being number 5, even with me learning a lot of thought tools that have helped, I have still struggled a little bit, and I'm going to share that with you as we go throughout this pregnancy. Hi, I'm Jocelyn, host of the Positive in Pregnancy and Motherhood podcast. I help pregnant women and mothers to find positivity in their season of life through changing their thoughts to work for them and not against them. I help mothers find the small, doable steps in thought and action without making drastic changes to their everyday mom life. And I can help you. Thanks for joining. Okay, so this is week 2 of my recording, but really I am a little over I'm almost 5 weeks pregnant. And so this is only my 2nd week of realizing I'm pregnant and kind of talking about some of the symptoms and the things I am doing to deal with my negative thoughts and things that come up with going through this and feeling all these symptoms. My mouth lately has felt kind of gross and dirty, and I don't even know how to describe it. It's almost like there's a gross film on my mouth, even though I brush my teeth. It feels kind of yucky. I remember one of my sister-in-laws saying it's like a metallic taste in her mouth. I don't know if that's really how I would describe it, but my mouth is just a little different. And I've really noticed that. I've noticed my stomach is a little more off. I wouldn't say I've been very bad, nauseated at all so far, but I've noticed a shift. Things are just a little bit different. I also have felt a little bit more gassy, and my nose has definitely seemed to get a little more sensitive to smells. I've picked up on things that smell different. I believe it was last week I mentioned how my attitude just felt so bright and happy. I just felt really good. This week I found myself getting a little short over things that normally would not bother me, and almost acting weird about it. And I had to really think about that and realize what was happening. I'll give you a quick example. I asked my husband to pick up toothpaste from the store because we were out, and I just asked him to do this on the way home. And a couple weeks prior, I had texted him the wrong kind of toothpaste to pick up for the kids, and he picked up the one I said, which is what I would have done, but in my mind it was the wrong toothpaste, and I explained it to him. So this time when he picked up the toothpaste, I kind of just expected him to know that I wanted that kind of toothpaste for the kids. Did he know that I wanted that kind of toothpaste? No, he only bought the kind of toothpaste that he and I use. And I got a little worked up about that. And it was very strange that something like that wouldn't have really bothered me before, but I feel like I'm having a little bit of those emotional changes where I'm just getting a little short. There was another time, I don't remember what was said or happened, but it was with my husband, and I just kind of was a little short and annoyed with him. And it was kind of instances where it wasn't even his fault. The toothpaste thing wasn't even his fault because I didn't clarify in the text what kind of toothpaste I wanted. And anyway, I apologized to him and we worked through that, but I've been noticing a little bit more of those snappy, snarky things that just don't feel like me all the time. And so I've had to kind of slow down and be like, okay, these are coming on. Let's think about how to be a little bit slower in responding and thinking through what we want to say before we just get angry and short. The other thing was that I'm newly pregnant. I still have majority of the pregnancy to go through. And sometimes, well, the other day specifically, I was just dwelling on that, like, oh my gosh, it is September. I'm due in May, and that is forever away. Like, I almost got myself stuck and feeling a little bit of fear that I had to go that long, and all of the symptoms that I had to go through to get there, and how many months that was. And I was kind of getting stuck in this negative rut of, holy crap, what have I done? And like, and wasn't even feeling that bad. It just felt like my pregnancy had so much more to go through and endure. And I was just feeling weak and not like I could really do it at the moment. In that moment where I was feeling weak, I just told myself, you can't think about that right now. Don't worry about all those symptoms that you aren't even going through in this moment. Just deal with what you are dealing with in this moment, and don't let those other ones weigh you down. So I had to intentionally distract myself with something else. I don't even remember what I led my thoughts to, but I started thinking about something else, and it helped. It has helped me lately to stop thinking about pregnancy and just get my mind on something else. If you are struggling, feeling like pregnancy is lasting forever or will last forever, and kind of have some of that fear of the symptoms, try that. Have intentionally shifting your thoughts to thinking about something else. Put music on, a song, podcast, an audiobook, but something to get your mind going somewhere else. All right, so I kind of listed some of the symptoms and a couple of examples on how I'm combating some of the emotional things and mental things that I'm dealing with. And I also wanted to tell you some physical things that I am changing this pregnancy because I really hope they will help. I haven't gotten nauseated super bad, but I'm hoping some of the shifts that I have made in my eating will help. So for eating, I am trying to eat a lot more protein. I have read a lot that protein can really help your blood sugar levels not fluctuate so bad to not make you so nauseous. So I have been eating more protein, specifically eggs and chicken and a meat at dinner. This morning I even had chicken, a little piece of cold chicken first thing in the morning that I had cooked up, and it was cooked chicken but cold from the refrigerator. And I don't know if it's just because I'm not very far along yet or if that really will help. I'm really hoping it will help. Another thing I have shifted is I have started taking my prenatals at night. I used to always take my prenatals in the morning, and now I am taking them at night, and I am also taking a different prenatal, a more Whole Foods prenatal than a cheap whatever Walmart would make before, the cheapest brand. I am paying a little bit more, but I'm also hoping that will help for some of the nausea. The other thing I am doing that is different or has been different in relations to trying to combat the nausea is to use magnesium. So I take a magnesium pill in the morning, but I also have made a magnesium oil that I have been spraying on my stomach in the evenings. And I also read somewhere, I think it was Mommypotamus. I will put the link in the show notes where I read that can help as well. And I've actually heard from a coach and mentor, a pregnancy coach that has been on this podcast actually, Kim Tanner. She talked about magnesium making a difference for her. And so I am trying that this pregnancy as well, and I will try and keep you updated on how those things are doing. This week I implemented exercise. My minimum is to walk 20 minutes 3 times a week. Ideally, I would do 30 minutes 5 times a week, but we can't always reach the ideal. So my goal is to do that, and yeah, so far that is where we're at. Libido's been about the same. I don't feel like that's really gone down or been worse. Just got to keep track of my snarky comments to my husband. Anyway, those are a few of the things I wanted to update you on and share with you as I work through this pregnancy with baby number 5 in trying to find positivity. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing. And thank you most of all for implementing what you learn into your life. One more thing before I go is I'm pretty sure I'm going to start watching my own videos from my positive pregnancy program because I've had a few moments where I feel like I could use them. So that is my next step, is to utilize that this week as those negative thoughts come up and combat it. Really, I want to find even more positivity this pregnancy than I have in my past ones. So I recorded this whole episode a little bit ago. I'm farther along in pregnancy, and it has been so interesting to see where I was at week 5. I wish I would have had energy to record all the other weeks, but about week 5.5, my world got rocked with morning sickness. And I am going to share how I coped because honestly, it was not pretty. There were some moments that were magical and miracle filled, but most of it was just really hard. But I want to share with you what I learned and how I got through, and that is to becoming. I had a lot of high ideals in this episode, and that's not really what happened. So I'm going to update you on that next week and give you more positivity for pregnancy and encourage you in these endeavors. Pregnancy is not an easy season. These shifts are hard, but we can do it, and we can find more positive thoughts and get through it better together. Till next time. Thank you for being a part of the Positive in Pregnancy and Motherhood podcast, for listening, for sharing, and most of all, for applying these tools into your own life to improve your own happiness so that you can find your own better thoughts for a better you in a positive pregnancy, in losing that stubborn baby weight, and becoming the mom you desire to be through taking small steps in thought and action to reach your goals. If you are a mother who has an inner desire to enjoy motherhood and pregnancy better, but you are having difficulty figuring it out, I can help you. I can help you find the small, doable steps without drastic changes to your everyday mom life. Reach out, let's connect, and let's see you move forward. My name is Jocelyn, and I thank you for listening. Until next time.